Whoa. Oh, okay, this is really weird. I'm just going to say it. Borderlands 3, when compared with Borderlands 2, is disappointing. There's so much Gearbox Software could have done with this game.
I'm gonna sharpen my blade on your spine!
Interesting. They fully modernized the combat and knighting engine. The artwork is pretty much untouched, and changed some of the things for prettiness.
Are you recording this?
Oh, this is interesting. Don't like the FPS. It's about 50 FPS right now. Yes? Are you finished? Just as annoying as ever, but in a weird way. The key to getting someone invested in a story is by giving the main character something to overcome, big stakes and consequences. A good enemy is someone who you can feel for, and ideally can understand and reason with their reasons for, for what they're doing. Ironically, you can do that in Borderlands 2, with Captain Jack. In this game though, nope. They focused more on individual character special ults and perks, and each character is largely the same, unlike in the second game, where you had clearly defined specialities and methods of combat. In this game, character abilities dictate how much damage you can deal over in what way you deal with damage, which I personally don't have a problem with, but what I do have a problem with is the way characters are written. The story is, well, horrible. Certainly, you have more places you can kill now, but the killing never changes. Normally you feel more powerful the higher your level, but in this game that is not the case somehow. Only your weapons get more powerful, and you do get larger HP and shield of course, but you could be easily mistaken for thinking that wasn't the case with how the gameplay feels. It's difficult to explain. When discussing the script with a good friend, Zara, he rephrased it as this: the lack of depth to the story and gameplay is disappointing. You repeat the same scenario over 50 times with only minor variations. Lack of depth makes the characters even feel more generic, and the win at the end feels empty. And yes it does. There's not much difference between any of the playable characters once you remove the icing from the top of them. It's the same story as a level 1 as it is at level 60, and the same story as a level 72. In fact, Zane's abilities are so lacking I often forget they exist, and by the time you're so high level, you've no need for them. It's the same story with the other characters too. So, great, you've put in all of this effort. Now what happens? Well, nothing much. Angel is the most lackluster character, and gets beaten up by 2 brats, which in my opinion should never have been added. They're also incredibly cheesy and make truly awful jokes, which I think are meant for streamers. I can't tell if they are. The writers are divorced from reality, which is a very blunt way of putting it. Well, all of the writers are divorced from reality, really, considering the plot itself. So, to answer my question, what happens at the end? All of the fame that you should get goes to a character with lacking intelligence, with the personality of a Mustang Mark II. You know, the characters with such a punchable face. Mercy Long, you know who, just without any redeeming qualities. Oh, and there's this English woman who's so poorly written and has such a horrid attempt at a bog standard, utterly generic regional accent she has that's more... It's more Australian than anything at moments. Forces me to mute dialogue. Ugh, it's that bad. I have no idea what that's about. Is it a joke? Is it not? Is it a genuine attempt at the accent she was trying to do? If it was a genuine attempt, then next time please make sure you hire someone who can do the accent, or do the right thing and provide the support necessary to pull it off, you know? There's also typically a fine line in the UK when it comes to mimicking the way people speak. If that was indeed the intention, then be very careful you're not innocently insulting someone to a large degree. I can't really explain it, it just is. See, what the writers could have done is used a proper English accent, or better, use one from the north or far south, and use the local dialect and phrases as a joke that nobody can understand what she's talking about. That would be funny for us too, because it's more true than we'd like to admit, but no. And what about the characters from 2? Zero makes an appearance, for a tiny bit. The game is fun, very fun indeed, but all of the new, memorable characters whom have any significance either aren't there or wind up dead by the end. It's a big slap in the face. Also, since we don't see the such well-loved characters from the second game, and even the first, also, why is there a Handsome Jack lookalike who even has a similar voice? The game is extremely fun, but I still can't shake that I would rather be playing Borderlands 2. I suppose this is my 100th subscriber special. Not my intended video for this, but I can't explain how special it is, and how much I really appreciate it. But the intended video will have to wait, and is still very, very long in the making, I'm afraid. 5 years to 100, maybe a teaser at 150 subscribers? But really, thank you so much.